Hello and good afternoon. Happy Monday. This is another Monday Motivational here with Contessa Brown of Countess Wellness, your holistic therapist and coach. Today is about setting boundaries and knowing when your plate is too full. Pretend this was a plate full of oranges overflowing, and you're being presented with a lot of things at once, a lot of great things, a lot of things you may have even prayed for, right? But sometimes it's a discerning spirit or mindset that you must have in order to know when to say no. Sometimes, and I know I have been this type of person, I have overextended myself several different ways in which I have said yes to so many different people, organizations, ideas, projects, you name it. And it left me absolutely depleted. I didn't have any time for myself, any time for things that mattered to me, that was restorative, that was able to really fill my cup. And what was that rooted in? I started to realize it was actually rooted in people pleasing, no matter what, right? Because you want to show up, you want to do the thing, you want to be there, you want to show that you are the person that can be trusted, etc., right? Possibly because maybe people have let you down. I know there's times in the past where people have let me down. So I'm like, well, I never want to be that person, right? So I want to be able to show up everywhere. But that's the extreme, right? The extremes are letting people down and letting everybody have pieces of you. So what do we do to get to the middle, to balance? First of all, conflict resolution is a skill that we all need to learn. Having the tough conversations, learning to say the most simplest word and sentence, no, without explanation, right? That was another thing rooted in people pleasing. When saying no, exercising no, I felt like I had to give this elaborate reasoning as to what supported my no. And no, I don't have to do that. As long as I'm confident in the decision I'm making and the declarations that I am giving, I do not have to, and I'm not obligated to, expound on my no. A no should just be a no. So when your plate is too full and it's going to break, is overflowing, it's time to take some things off the plate too. Because maybe you recognize you bit off more than you can chew. And you're like, ooh, but I already said yes. Trust me, I get it. I'm a person, I like to say my word is my bond. I don't like breaking my word, etc. But here's the thing. When you are engaged in too many things, something is going to lack the quality. Something is going to miss out on parts of you, parts of your service, or whatever. So the respectable thing would be to, hey, I know I originally agreed to this, but I am having to leverage my time and make a couple of adjustments. Is it okay if we can reschedule this to XYZ, or can we cancel, or can I, gracefully back out and bow out of this obligation? Talk it out. Work it out. Have the tough conversations. It's not comfortable. I get it. It's easier to ghost. It's easier to stonewall. It's easier to not face the hard, difficult thing. But this is where the maturation comes in. This is where the, growing up comes in. I bit off more than I could chew, and I'm sorry. I know I'm going to disappoint you, but I'm going to have to say no. I'm going to have to back out, even though I already said yes, right? Your plate is already full. No need to add more to it than you need to. Start becoming comfortable with the uncomfortable. And no, it's not selfish if you have to choose yourself. Baby, this is preservation. If you want full quality me to show up fully for thee, hey, quality, hey, then I'm going to have to say some no's. So that way I could give you my full undivided attention and quality of self, quality of service. It's not selfish. It's actually responsible. It's a responsible thing to do, to not say yes to everything. There will be other opportunities, Lord willing, where you can support. There'll be other opportunities where you can engage, be a part of, collaborate, all the things. But first, it must begin with introspection of self. I gave you a couple of examples of mine, which was rooted in people pleasing and not wanting to be a disappointment, because I knew what it felt like to be disappointed. But learning how to balance where having the hard conversations of either having to take back my yes and, see how to reschedule or cancel, or saying no without having to explain myself. So your soul work this week is, in what areas of my life, personally, professionally, even spiritually. I was just talking to my sister in Christ. I was like, listen, at my first church I was at, I was there every day, literally Sunday through Saturday, giving every aspect of my life to that church. Baby, that's, no. You're supposed to find what your calling is and serve in that season for that calling. Not be in every single ministry just because you feel like that's what's going to get you your righteousness. That's a whole different conversation that we'll save for another day, saints. But even spiritually, so your soul work this week is, whether it's professionally, romantically, personally, spiritually, be a little introspective of where you can say no more often. And where you may have to renegotiate your yes, meaning you have to kind of pull back that yes because you bit off more than you can chew. It's a hard conversation to have, but it's something that must be had. If you feel like this was something that was really beneficial for you, or somebody else can benefit from this motivation talk, please share this amongst your networks, like and share, and comment below where you feel there are some areas that you can say no more often. Thank you very much for tuning in. You are very much appreciated, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.